Oh yeah, it's that time. Ladies and gentlemen, best of 5 time grand finals, paiN Gaming versus NoPing Esports. Let's do it. One key thing to note, as soon as you get into this draft, Abaddon has been banned out. Amazing. We did it, Reddit. NoPing Esports also banning away the Kunkka and the Chen, picking up Crystal Maiden. paiN Gaming take out the Void, no Mirana, no Lina. That means that the Coddle's been left in, which they pick, which has been played really well so far tonight by paiN Gaming. Showing us a lot of things with that hero. Gyrocopter's also been left in the pool. I don't know if they want to second pick it, but they already have the Coddle, so you might wanna. You just might. Because I don't really, unless NoPing Esports pick it, I don't see a Gyrocopter getting through in past the second phase of bans. By the way, I'm picking Legume. How's it going? Gyrocopter picked. Yeah. They're just thinking about it a little bit, using the time that they had. It's alright, wait. We got the Keeper of the Light. That's fine. We'll get the Gyrocopter alongside it as well. Now, NoPing Esports, there's no Abaddon to hide behind. They have a Crystal Maiden. What are they going to go with as their second pick here? Leshrac has been left in the pool. And there's no Abaddon. NoPing Esports could go for that if they are Leshrac enthusiasts. So I'm pretty sure that NoPing Esports, they've put Lapsus on it before. And you can also play that Leshrac in the support role. So I'm thinking that NoPing think about that soon, but now it's going to be the Mars. Really interesting hero for them. The way they tend to play it is you do okay in lane. Sometimes you get a kill depending on who your lane partner is, but usually where this Mars tends to shine is you get an early blink, and you start setting up fights with the Blood Arena and the Spear combos.
10 seconds remaining.
And when you can take a hero like the Gyrocopter out of the fight for that many seconds, I mean, it is a little bit easier to blow him up from that point. Techie's banned away by NoPing Esports in the second phase. Furia were first phase banning it against paiN. I don't know if you need to. It is in the second phase here just because NoPing don't feel like having to deal with it. Templar Assassin banned out by paiN Gaming, and no Rubik. That takes us to the 5th ban for paiN Gaming. Lifestealer has been left in the pool. It's generally a popular pick for these teams. Also a ton of offlaners still in there. We still have Sand King.
10 seconds remaining.
Mars already picked up for NoPing,
5
so
seconds
you don't have to
remaining.
worry about that. Night Stalker also still in the pool. Lots of options right now for paiN Gaming to ban out. Also, paiN will have the last ban, or the last pick rather. Bloodseeker banned away. I want to say that's fairly standard. NoPing Esports may end up thinking about a Nyx Assassin. That's kind of... I know that a lot of the people that I've casted with have kind of not really liked the Nyx Assassin so much, but it has been picked up a little bit in these qualifiers. And when you're going up against the Keeper of the Light, a Gyrocopter where they can't necessarily control what their abilities end up hitting, that is a free stun on them. Free stun with an Impale. Also some Vendetta damage in there as well. I think that could be rather strong. paiN Gaming get the Tusk. I really like this. Tusk, one of my... I don't know. Once the Abaddon gets banned out, and Oracle is still in the pool as well, but you can get a Tusk, which you can get a ton of damage off of the tag team. The Snowball is great for saving heroes, and then you have a little bit extra on top with the Walrus Paunch.
10 seconds
Honestly, it's a really good hero, and I'm a little bit surprised that
seconds
it hasn't been
remaining.
seen so much in these qualifiers. It's been seen a fair amount, but it isn't a hero that teams will necessarily go for as like a go-to pick. So I'm glad that paiN are picking it up here. And of course, Ice Shards is great in so many different situations. Undying still available for NoPing Esports to take if they like. Also gets helped out a bit by the Crystal Maiden throwing the aura out there. It does make it a little bit more difficult to play Tusk.
Dire team pick.
And it's going to be the Dark Willow instead. All right, so we've seen so much Dark Willow today. I believe 2 out of the 3, well, both games earlier had a Dark Willow in it, played by paiN Gaming. And this time NoPing Esports pick it up. Looks really good next to Mars. In fact, that seems like a duo that's just going to work so well.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost makes me feel like paiN Gaming
seconds
might
remaining.
want to think about a Lifestealer to put Gyrocopter in mid. Or they could just get a hero that doesn't
Radiant team pick.
have to worry about that. It's a Pudge. Well, it is paiN Gaming. They get a Pudge. I believe that's going to be their offlane pick. Well, they're going to play it well.
10 seconds remaining.
That is going to be very tanky. There was a game yesterday
5
where paiN
seconds
Gaming had
remaining.
Pudge, and they had a Bloodseeker on their side as well. But it was against Incubus Gaming, and the way that one ended up going, Incubus were they were dead in 18 minutes in that game because paiN Gaming just pushed so fast. Maybe that's going to be more of the case here, but Bloodseeker is not available. I think that was a Lycan game as well. Don't know if they're going to pick Lycan into this.
Dire team back.
Fourth pick for NoPing, it's a Slark that was left in for a while. So we get it here. Don't know if that's the Lapsus hero or Terrence. I think Terrence is usually the one that ends up playing a Slark. Seems pretty
10
good against Pudge
seconds
to me.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And the Keeper as well. Which takes us to the last set of bans. So TA's not available. Kunkka's also out. Ember Spirit's still in the pool. And Death Prophet, which has been an interesting pick so far in these qualifiers. I don't know if I would hate it necessarily on NoPing's side.
Radiant team ban.
So Dragon Knight gets banned away. I guess both teams are really looking for their mids here. Storm Spirit's still in the pool. I think both of them
10 seconds remaining.
could be picking that up.
5
Surprisingly,
seconds remaining.
no one's touched Leshrac at all this entire draft. Maybe these teams just don't like it as much.
Radiant team pick.
Of course, you take the Broodmother out when you don't have much else to go for as that last ban. So that makes me think that NoPing aren't going to be looking for the Lishrak.
10 seconds remaining.
Because I don't think that Lishrak is that
5
bad
seconds remaining.
in that situation. But I'm sure Lapsus knows that what he wants. He is the mid laner for NoPing Esports as well as a drafter. So you leave your hero for last.
Dire team pick.
And it's a Monkey King. All right. That does leave a lot of options open for paiN Gaming.
10 seconds remaining.
I think it might be a Storm Spirit.
5 seconds
I mean, the
remaining.
Monkey King does okay in that matchup. At least the Storm Spirit gives you a little bit of control. I don't think that he has to be really worried here about any hero other than maybe the Crystal Maiden. Seems like an alright Storm game. And right now, NoPing Esports, they already have so much to deal with between the Pudge and the Gyrocopter. Lishrak is also available for them to go for if they like. And it's a... Well, we did forget about that one. Outworld Devourer for HFN. Very aggressive, strong farming hero. And that's sort of a duo core for paiN Gaming. So we're finally going to be able to see an Outward Devourer game. It's been banned out in the last phase of a lot of the drafts. Makes it through here. And HFN will be playing it. Looks like our lineups are set. We're ready to get into game number 1 of this best of 5. No winners bracket advantage. No, the only advantage that they get is that they're getting side selection priority in games 1, 3, and 5. When those happen, so that's the only advantage NoPing Esports get out of here. And the fact that they didn't have to play earlier. paiN Gaming, this was their 3rd game of the day, but I don't really think they had to really try all that much in the first 2. So I think that was just a warm-up for them, and now we are into the grand finals. The winner gets into the Summit 11, but we have a long way to go before we get to that point. This is a best of 5, and this is game number 1. Both teams have a very long journey to make it into the event. Only one slot available. Both of them are playing for it. And here we go. Getting right into it. Both of the teams eager to prove themselves worthy of the minor. And they'll do it right here. Monkey King running out as the courier. Take a look at this guy. It's a very interesting courier.
No.
It's a butterfly with him too.
Really now? You should have seen that coming.
It's a pretty cute courier. Let's take a look at the dire side courier. Oh yeah, this is my favorite one. This is the best courier in the history of Dota, Llama Llama. That's actually its name, by the way.
My purpose
It is
fulfilled.
the Llama Llama. It's got some nice hair. Has a cool scarf. I don't know how anybody can resist llamas with scarves. It's probably the best llama ever.
thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Well, the players are still talking quite a bit. Maybe someone's in the bathroom or something. But they're all moving, so maybe that really just came up. Hopefully we can actually get into the game soon enough. All the heroes look so strange when they get frozen during a pause. We can talk about the lanes a little bit more. Got Pudge and Coddle going to top for now. With the...
My purpose.
Actually, Pudge is at bottom.
I'll always remember how
Why does
foolish
Tusk
it
look
was.
like Pudge to me? In any case, I guess we're going.
Thanks.
Yeah, for some reason Tusk looks very similar to Pudge with his current set. But we've got Coddle and Tusk going there. It's going to be Gyrocopter, most likely, going over to top once that's over. Once, I don't know, once he figures out what he's looking for in life. There's a bug. That's pretty unfortunate. Ooh. It's an interesting statue. Oh, I can't look at it? It's a very interesting winter wyvern. Looks like it's in the middle of its death animation. Oh my gosh. The memes. How does he only have 4 commends on it, though? Doesn't really make sense to me. We only have 2 statues in the Radiant base, and only 0 statues in the Dire base. Well, while we wait for the pause to be over, I'm just going to go ahead and look at this llama. Because this llama gives me life.
Your future is grim.
I hope that everybody in the chat's doing well today. Just watching some Dota with your buds. And your buds is like everybody else in the Twitch chat, generally. Unless you got some kind of watch party going on, that would be interesting. King RD is back. Alright, we're ready to go. The llama's ready as well. Oh, llama goes back into base. It's got the cutest face. I'm all about this llama. Anyway, back into the game. paiN Gaming versus NoPing Esports. Tusk is at top. HFN is chilling. He should be at mid, but they might send the Gyrocopter there to go up against Lapsis's Monkey King. Would be an interesting lane swap.
30 seconds to go.
And King is again... Well, King is going for an adventure through the trees. Last time it was Tavo. Now it's King RD cutting some trees. Oh, I can see myself looking at the llama in the 5-minute delay now. It's the best llama. Also, that means that the pause went for a really long time. So, in any case, gotta stop saying that. The runes almost get split 2 for 2. If the Dire side had picked up this rune on the Radiant. This guy is just a sad boy. Feels bad, man. But they're not gonna see anybody in this lane for a while. Ward's been placed down, so they know that the Coddle and Tusk are here. All King RD is going to do is sit here, wait for the creep wave to move over and get a cut. But he knows that there's already 2 supports there, so he has to be a little bit more careful. paiN now has some help from the Coddle to help at bottom, make sure that he gets a little bit of experience. The Courier Snipe was tried for by the Dark Will, has some bronze boots to make it easier, but it wasn't going to happen. Nobody knows if paiN has a hook yet or not. I don't even know if he knows about it. Bounty Rune at top. King RD is like, you guys didn't pick this up? You guys are crazy.
Well, I tried.
At bottom, Dunha knocked into Lelis. Lelis goes through the Bramble Maze and unfortunately can't make it through without getting caught. But paiN is kind of tanky, so he'll be fine. Just has to work through a little bit more regen as a result. And the tri-lane at bottom will make life a little bit more difficult for paiN Gaming. Cuddle over to the side. We'll keep running around. And King RD gets the wave for himself at top. Cuddle doing a good job at bottom of harassing NoPing Esports, forcing them over to the side right now. HFN up against Lapsus up to level 3. This lane is a little bit closer. Oh, that's the first blood that I missed because Tusk used tag team and killed off Mars. Ooh, haste rune. So this mid lane, as I was saying, is a little bit more even than the mid lane in the last one. HFN isn't dominating his opponent. Lapsus is very capable of a mid laner, so you're definitely not going to see the same kind of game that you saw in the last one. Ice Shards on the King RD, uses the God's Rebuke to knock them back, and the missile hits. Another kill, most likely for paiN Gaming. They take the Mars down a second time, forcing the rotation from Dark Willow because they really can't keep losing the Mars like that, especially to the lane that has Gyrocopter in it. Gyro will have a very quick phase boots. I just lost a ton of frames there for some reason as the game was wondering what exactly happened to Lapsus. Right now he's getting his head bashed in. Meanwhile, top, Dark Willow gets caught out by this combo. I should probably start expecting more kills to be there. Tag team strong ability. And if the Mars is going to die, the Dark Willow most likely is going to die as well. HFN, now a few last hits over the Monkey King, using the Astral Imprison well to ensure his own farm. But paiN is getting some good levels in bottom. Mars has gotten only to level 2 with his 2 deaths. So paiN had a little bit of an advantage there. There's also not farming or getting last hits well either. Monkey is a very balanced hero. At bottom, Terrence is doing a little bit of agility away from Lelis. But Sark really should be fine in this lane by himself now. The only question is if he gets a couple of kills or not. Vision here for the Dire side. They see the Dark Willow. Is this a bait?
Well, I tried.
Oh. They threw out the hook. They don't have much vision past those trees. Just want to see if she's still there or not. God's Rebuke knocks King RD back. The TP will be there. Tag team is used as Tusk has taken the tower aggro, so he'll get hit around a lot. Bramble Maze easily navigated by the Tusk. The Bounty Runes will go 2 for 2. Oh! Ice Shard's a little bit off the mark. Couldn't find the Dark Willow there. All they need is a little bit of vision for another missile. She's going to go into the trees, lead them on a merry chase. She doesn't have a TP scroll, so this Dark Willow is in fact dead. The missile come through, And they'll give the kill to Gyrocopter.
Start plotting. We have revenge to loot.
Still a slight lead for HFN in mid. He's almost up to level 6. There's the Astral in prison. Thiago over to the side. He'll get the ice shards, but he's going to go point blank on this. Just waiting on the Boundless strike to go through. They drop the hammer. The snowball brings him a little bit closer as well, going deep for that kill. Thiago is low. I don't know how long the Crystal Maiden wants to stay, though. Coddle here as well. And there's the vision gained. You really want to stay here, Coddle? There's a stun. Bramble Maze is there as well. They're going to Astral imprison the Coddle to keep him alive. Blinding Lights everyone over, and Blinding Lights the Crystal Maiden to the low ground. She doesn't have any mana for this. Crystal Nova, as she gets the mana for it, but Coddle stays alive and he'll salve up. So we're 5 for 0 already to paiN Gaming. They're definitely coming back with a vengeance here. Bottom lane, Lelis getting some good decay damage onto Terrence, and I think he feels very confident here. The Dark Willow shows and the stun will be there. Bramble Patch available, but the Pudge is very tanky. 444 low, he'll be fine. So right now, Gyrocopter tearing it up on the last hits. Terrence doing well for himself. OD is doing really well in the mid lane. HFN, like, not the same domination that we saw in the last game, but still pretty good. Gyrocopter level 6, call down available. Missile's going to chase down King RD, and there's the Tusk on the backside, ready for the tag team. The spear misses. Mars at level 4. A lot of the rocket barrage going on to the creep wave, but it doesn't really matter. Thiago now chasing down the Crystal Maiden. Ice Shards over to the side, a little bit of a miss, but the snowball will come through, getting them out of the Bramble Maze, navigating it very well. There's a stun available. Rocket barrage is there. Thiago backs up so that the Gyrocopter is able to secure the kill. That's a double for him. TP still coming through from Mars. He might just throw out a spear, but opts not to use the mana, even though he would have regened it. Gyrocopter top of the net worth. This is an excellent start for the hero. 5-0-1. Basically feeding him kills. Lelis, Rupture available. Spark is going to go after him. That shouldn't be a kill. Thinking about a hook, but it's not going to be there. Lassus gets a double damage rune. But HFN, he's got the courier coming over. What's he got? A magic wand. And a TP scroll. Couple heroes have been sent top to deal with the Gyrocopter's health a little bit lower. He's going to go for the Aghanim Scepter rush. HFN still getting the denies on mid lane. He's really put it on in this game. 52 for 23 on the CS. Looks like the hook is a little bit off the mark. They're going to go for the Rupture with the Illuminate on top. Do they have the damage for the Slark? No. But they're going to chase the Slark down a little bit more with the Decay. He jumps in. That's a kill. OD showing up, drops the hammer right away. There you go. Someone's going to get that kill on the Slark, and if it's not Pudge, it's going to be the OD. HFN rotates through, gets the kill. Meanwhile, top, Tusk still making things happen. Gets the Mars kill. Ice Shard's keeping him in a place where you don't want to be. Are they thinking about the CM? They know if she's there, they're going to take the beeline around the trees. And there you go. Astral in prison. The Illuminate will be on top of it. It's not going to be a huge amount of damage, but they get the a lot onto the Crystal Maiden. That's more than enough. 200 damage onto a CM that's already getting roasted by this Astral in prison from OD. HFN working pretty hard right now. Lelis now getting gone on by the Monkey King. There's a hook available, but Thiago is just going to run on in. The tag team, so much damage to him. The sun will come through, and the touch denies himself. Thiago now forced to run back, and they know that the shrine is there. It's not available, but I guess it's a wash. Pudge denies himself. The runes are picked up. It's 2 for each side on the runes. and Tusk stays alive. If they had played that a little better, they might have been able to take a kill, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
at least they didn't give anything up there. Now, the question is, how well can this team actually push towers in?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Structures are fortified.
Dire are
We've got Gyrocopter going for a fast Aghanim Scepter, and OD is building up his Kaya. TPN to try to take him. Lapsus is there. That's a lot of damage onto the OD. Needs to get the Astral Imprison onto something, and he will. He'll be fine. No Astral, or rather no Sanity's Eclipse for another 30 seconds. So he's not going to feel comfortable about going onto that. They did force the...
is under attack.
Huh? They forced the TP in to help. We'll go after King RD. There's going to be the OD there to get the kill as well. Decay from Pudge secures it. It's 11-1. Although the gold lead isn't that much for paiN Gaming.
Is under attack.
Oh, Coddle finding way to the low ground. They get the ward up there anyway. Oh, hook off the mark.
Radiant's
Nice little
top
dodge
tower
from the
is
Dark
under
Willow.
attack. Radiant's
We're at
structures
12 minutes.
are
This
fortified.
Gyrocopter is honestly huge. 900 gold to an Aghanim Scepter. You see rune at bottom, not picked up by Lapsus, who unfortunately is lagging a little bit behind because his Mars has fed so much. But this Mars is going for his Blink Dagger. Will be a little bit later due to how badly this early game has gone for him, 0-5. But once you get that Blink, things do get a little bit different. It's just a matter of how much the Gyrocopter has gotten ahead by that point. Because you do get to a point in the game where the combo doesn't work so well. OD with some trouble in bottom, drops a hammer for it, but the Wukong's command and the Slark leashing him in there makes it so that there's no way that HFN survives. But they still have the Gyrocopter farming, and he's just 150 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter. And then seems to be going right for his BKB. Sark is getting some gold. Got his Midas. That can get out of control if you let him go for too long. HFN's still very difficult to deal with. And I think he wants a little bit more health for these fights, so it might be a Sanjin Kaya for him. He's farming pretty well. There are going to be a couple of stacks in the jungle for these heroes to take. HFN not really interested in being part of the gank squad. Send the Gyrocopter to bottom. Dark Willow shows on mid. They're staying rather safe, knows that her jungle isn't really secure right now. As far as the wards go, there's a little bit of pinging going on. Is the CM going to find the Coddle? If he gets some wards down, Coddle is a little bit aware of it. They don't have the right timing to be able to kill the CM. They also don't know that she's there. And the Coddle runs out. This is underneath the Radiant Observer. But we still have a push going bottom until the Gyrocopter gets rid of the wave. Maybe I'll actually go for this. Maybe not all that hard. They have a good amount of deep wards down. And paiN Gaming, with the fortification, they secure themselves a very early tier 2 tower. It's strange to me that NoPing don't want to defend that. So a tier 2 for paiN Gaming, and I think they just want to go for mid. Catapult spawned. Should be pretty easy to take.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Outworld Devourer has his... He might be going for BKB actually instead of Sanjin Kaya. Tusk very far up. And he's scouted out as well. They know exactly where he is. But the tier 1 tower is down.
Has fallen.
Tusk gets deep. They know where he went. But they're not interested in going to find him. He's just preparing the jungle for Gyrocopter to farm. This is some really passive play from NoPing Esports. I'm a little bit surprised. Usually they're a little bit more aggressive, but it seems like they're kind of lost up against paiN Gaming. Not really seeing the same NoPing that we had yesterday. Monkey King jumps in. The vision is definitely there for the Radiant, well, for the Dire side. And paiN Gaming back up. Gyrocopter, Aghanim Scepter, BKB's next. Outworld Devourer, not showing anything in the quick buy, but that might be a BKB depending on how this next 5 minutes goes. He's sort of saving his gold, seeing if there's another choice that he should be making. paiN Gaming looking fairly strong so far in the game though. 11 kills. Pudge has his Hood of Defiance. The lane's pushed out. I don't know. If I look at paiN's lineup, I really don't see... They have really good team fight. This OD is super strong, but are they great at taking towers? Not really. Are they great at taking Roshan? Maybe with a Tusk. And Coddle's good for defending it. But I'm not a huge fan of that lineup for it either. I think that NoPing Esports are going to be much stronger around the Rosh Pit. So, as far as taking objectives goes, I would say NoPing have the better lineup. But they haven't been showing anything right now. I think the early game was just so bad for them. Stark's gone for a Midas, which, as bad as that early game went, it's tough to work past that. You do have the Blink Dagger from Mars, so that's pretty important. He's probably just going to blink, do the Blood Arena, and die for the next couple of minutes. And Monkey King has an Echo Saber. So the weird thing is, like, the... Okay. Interesting wording from 444. I guess he didn't expect a sentry up there. Gyrocopter almost at his BKB. If I'm paiN Gaming, I definitely feel like I have to push this advantage. Because I think that there will be a point in the game where NoPing are very difficult to take objectives from. But right now, NoPing are letting paiN Gaming have whatever they want on the map. Gyrocopter feeling a little bit lonely at top. But nobody's showing up. Now there's another TP to top. No vision had for Dire side, but they're only sending the Coddle in to push this out. And the Coddle kill is easy to forgive for the paiN Gaming side. BKB almost completed. We have a lot of heroes grouped up at mid. No one's looking to do anything off of that yet, and HFN's BKB is now completed. The Gyrocopter's almost is. They know where King RD is. He's going to try to TP out. Where's the vision? They get it, but they don't find him. Wanted to go through. King RD, he's underneath the sentry. He's got to be careful. HFN, there's a blink forward, but the BKB is already there. Will the Wisp say goodbye to your Mars? HFN walks right through the wall. He doesn't care at all. Dark Will now trying to get out. The ice shards are there, and they'll find her. No chance of being able to get out. That's just, you know, HFN is so far ahead of this game that when Mars goes for that initiation, he doesn't even expect that the OD is going to BKB and turn it around. I don't think that it was well set up at all for NoPing to go for that fight there, but still, they were not expecting the level of farm that this OD has. So they catch vision, they don't check items, BKB used, and wow. What are you gonna do then? First BKB, a huge success for HFN. Blink Dagger is next on his quick buy. And paiN Gaming looking very strong, but NoPing are calling for a defense on their tier 2 tower. Gyrocopter's gone to top. It's weakened forces here inside the Radiant jungle, and HFN, he finds the Mars. No blink for him yet, so all they do is take control, but Slark might want to go for this. They see the Mars over the trees, go after the Slark. I see them getting ready for a series of cliffs. Meanwhile, they've got Pudge on the high ground. He's on the low ground right now getting the Dismember. Where's the hammer going to be dropped? There it is, and they have no way of being able to stand against it. Crystal Maiden wanders in, he's like, hey, where'd my team go? What happened to them? 3 for 1, only the Coddle dying on the Dire side. Slark managed to get out. Luckily that fight went on in the bottom lane, so there wasn't a tower to take there. 40R is a little bit alone. The spear will hit, but he doesn't care. What's going to happen? Slark's going to jump on him and the rest of the Dire side just TP to top, to the shrine, which is what they're doing right now. Right now, paiN have all of the advantages. 9k gold lead for them. At least Terrence is staying alive as a Slark, but in this game, you have to do a little bit more than just stay alive. Satan's Eclipse on cooldown for 100 seconds, but paiN don't really care. Going right for a tier 2 tower. Top lane's been pushed out a bit, but maybe they're thinking about going for a bit of high ground right now. Age is still on OD. But after they take the tier 2, they just go over to top. All of this farm for Gyrocopter. What a great ability Black Cannon is. Looking for the Slark at top, but he'll go into the trees. So we're at 21 minutes. A meager 9k gold lead for paiN Gaming, but this has gotten kind of out of hand already. Mass pings onto the Pudge at bottom. Ooh, he was guessing. He knew that there was a Monkey King there because of this deep lane ward on the Dire side. Everybody's here. They put the Will-O-the-Wisp down. They cut down the trees. He's been put to sleep. He's been stunned. And this Monkey King is in a lot of trouble. Nice terrorize. But this Monkey is staying in the middle of the Will-O-the-Wisp. The hook is up. Dark Willow doing a great job of keeping... Ooh. Throws out the hook, and I believe he just hits the OD with it. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, Terrence has been killed. T-Torsing it up here. This Observer's terrible. Just kidding. I'm not that terrible. It also is kind of difficult to observe when you're going by yourself. Ice Shards in the mid lane. Gyrocopter's there. Snowball on the back line as Crystal Maiden's getting caught out. Drop the hammer! These heroes are gone! What happened to their health pools? There's nothing here to do. Tier 3 tower in trouble. paiN Gaming looking to take game number 1 of this best of 5 easily. 13k gold lead in 23 minutes. Pudge is doing a dirty dance. First set of racks to go. Slark is going to be back in a second, but paiN Gaming, they don't mind. They'll take him any day of the week. No series Eclipse, so you don't have that big tool. Bramble Maze is down. Pudge is getting caught out in it. Still has his Dismember. He gets stunned. It seems so difficult for NoPing to get in to defend these towers. OG's walking into the Bramble Patch because he just don't care.
Radiant's middle barracks
And
are
they've
under
got to find this sometime soon. Blink is available. Trying to cancel that on the King or bring him into the fight a little bit sooner. Blood Arena is there as well. He's got his Blink. Does he decide to go in? This is really where the initiation has to be, and they go onto the OD, spearing him into the barracks, but it doesn't matter because it's a beautiful snowball from the Tusk to get the save there. OD almost dead, but that is only the Aegis. You've done half the job, and you think that you did the whole thing, but you didn't. You didn't. You left him out there. There was still an Aegis, and that's why paiN Gaming know that they can push that advantage. With the Aegis gone, they will back up. Sammy's Eclipse is up in 70 seconds. 24 minutes into the game, and paiN Gaming have taken 2 sets of racks. Now, they do have to go back to the tier 2 tower, but just the mobility and the kill potential of their heroes is so difficult for NoPing to deal with. They got 2 heroes together and killed a Slark that has 2,300 health. He has a Scotty.
Radiant's top shrine.
So paiN Gaming, it's been a tough qualifiers for them. They lost 2-1 to NoPing yesterday. They didn't make the major, losing out to Unknown in the finals of that. And now they had to go through the lower bracket today in order to make it to the final. But they are looking so strong. 3-2-2 is the score. We did it, Reddit. 20k gold lead for him. I don't think it's going to stay 3-2-2. And it's, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not a throw. Blood Arena is down. Pudge getting a lot of damage done to him, but the BKB popped by HFN. You can't do nothing to this guy. Wukong's command down as well. HFN just goes for the backlines. He doesn't care about the monkey. Goodbye to your Slark. The hammer dropped on his head. Terrorize knocks everybody back. Maybe they kill off the OD here. He's taking a lot of damage. He will be stunned, but nope, he won't because that's the Astral in prison, keeping himself alive. Dark Will is still trying to go for this one, but HFN, he's still alive. Nothing's going to take him down here. And Gyrocopter Spot Cannon still making life hell on the backlines for NoPing Esports. Lapsus looking ready to go as he's going to be forced into action in just a second because his Mars is now dead. The Alcor goes forward, blows up the Dark Will, and that's game number 1, going to paiN Gaming. Finally looking as strong as people expected them to be in this qualifier, albeit a little bit late, but hey, they're still playing for a chance to go to the minor. And they are one step closer after a very strong victory, only giving up 3 kills to NoPing Esports. That's a great performance overall. And they still have a long road to go. It's a best of 5, so they still need to get 2 more wins. But, you know, that is one less win than NoPing Esports have to get in order to bring this one back. And that's looking pretty good at the moment. Oh, man. 07, 08, 07. That's a big feels bad man right there. As soon as the Gyrocopter Tusk duo started going, that was pretty much the end of it for NoPing Esports. Well, we'll see if they can change things going into game number 2. paiN Gaming looking to remain dominant as we get further along in this series. And we'll have to see if that dominance continues after a short break.